Hey guys, here for Q&A number, I think it's 36, with you, Whitney, and she'll show up. Danielle will be here. Anyway, we are balanced dog trainers. We're located in a small town in Ohio called Minerva, and we run a board and train, and we do private training. Are you gonna come join us sometime? You wanna finish chewing off of the video? Anyway, you can just keep chewing away there.
Well, I'd like to finish chewing what I was
Had to
eating.
get a little snack before we start.
I was finishing my lunch.
A little snack of steak. Anyway,
Snack of steak. That sounds like my type of snack.
Yeah, that is your type of snack. So we are balanced dog trainers. Okay, what that means is we believe in both yes and no. Okay, so I'm an owner and trainer of the company. Danielle works for me. She's a trainer, and we do private training, and we do board and trains, and we do Skypes and FaceTimes, and then we also give out a lot of free information. So the Q&A is historically folks asking us, how do we stop unwanted behaviors? Okay, so I'm just going to put this out there right now. The only way to stop an unwanted behavior is through discipline and punishment. That's it. That's the only way. So you're going to hear me talk a lot about discipline and punishment in this Q&A because those are the questions historically that we get asked. Okay? So I don't know. I haven't read through them all, but I just know after 36 weeks of doing this that those are the questions that we get. However, on our day-to-day in training dogs, we do a lot of the yes, okay? We're food trainers. We train with a clicker and food, and we reward dogs a lot more than we ever correct them. However, on the Q&A, you're gonna hear us talk a lot more about discipline and punishment. Okay, you ready to get started? You done chewing? Need to cleanse your palate?
I'm done. I like to go over them a little bit first, just briefly, because I like to put, if there's two questions together, and we've been getting a lot of engagement, and even Sammy was like, my question's similar to Sarah's, so I only know that if just leave it.
I can't. I cannot leave it.
It's distracting when you do that. It's like you're putting your... Hi, guys!
Like, I feel like a lot of the things we do is distracting.
We're professional.
We're doing the best we can.
So why is it, like, awkward again?
It's fine. Anyway, so let's roll with it. Ready? So, okay, perfect. Yeah, no comments. Okay, ready? Set. One.
I can't. You are so controlling. That's all I'm going to say. Like, I have never done it before. It's first time. Patty Sandlin, what is the best way to stop our dog from digging up the yard? Our little 4-month-old Doodle is obsessed with dirt and digging.
Hey, Patty. Good to hear from you. Patty has one of our dogs from like 5 years ago. You are really limited with a 4-month-old puppy. You're very limited on how intensely you can correct a 4-month-old puppy. Hey, knock it off. Roman, I didn't feed him lunch. You're very limited on what you can do on a 4-month-old puppy is in terms of digging in the backyard. So first off, let me just throw this out there. I would not allow a 4-month-old puppy to be out of my sight ever. So make sure you're out with the dog. Make sure you're out with the dog. You can have the dog on a leash to prevent that. You could bonk the dog. Can you go take care of that? You could bonk the dog, but
What do you want me to do, Don? You want me to feed him?
I want you to go face to face with him and tell him to lay down and be quiet. No. So you could bonk the dog. That wouldn't be necessarily my go-to, but he's too young for a remote collar. So you're kind of at that like interim stage where the dog's not old enough for a remote collar, and the dog's not old enough for like, really firm correction, So really, you're at that monitoring stage. And I know that's like not the answer you're looking for, but that's the answer there is.
And like you said, though, like having the leash on, that doesn't have to be forever.
No.
It's not a forever thing. But the dog is only 4 months old, so that's okay. Like,
right.
You don't have to look at that stuff like, I'm always going to take it out on the leash and blah, blah, blah. That's not what we're saying. Like, but until you can get to the point where you can get them off leash and stuff like that, maybe just go ahead and have the leash on them.
Exactly. I have a 3-year-old nephew, and it's like, I get you out of the car seat, and we're going to walk into Target, hold my hand. Why? Because you're 3 years old. Right. That's why. I'm not going to be holding his hand when he's 13 years old, but he's 3 years old. Hold my hand when we go into the store. So, it's the same concept. So, congratulations on your puppy, though. Next.
All right, Christy Taylor, what age do you start using a prong collar? Do they wear them all day, or when do you put the collar on them and the mini educator, if that makes sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. So, prong collar, you can put a prong collar on the dog and start to introduce them to that and use a prong collar with them. About 13, 14 weeks old, you can start to dance around with that. I don't start a dog on the mini educator until you're closer to that like 4.5 month range where you can start your low level work, but we don't do any high level e-collar work until the dog is 6 months old. You can do the low level stuff about 4.5-ish months old with the low level. The prong collar you can do around 13, 14 weeks old. Start walking the dog on the prong, and then what I tell you to do is anytime the dog is outside of the crate, have the leash and prong on the dog, because that's your leverage. That's your leverage. Because the dog's not off leash trained. So you go back to what we said about what we said to Patty. It's like it's not gonna be forever, but it's right now. So I'm not gonna hold your hand forever, but right now you're 3 years old. Hold my hand. And we walk into Target. It's like, right now, dog, you're 13 weeks old, you're 14 weeks old. Like, prong collar and leash on anytime the dog is out of the crate. Anytime the dog is out of the crate. Never, ever, ever wear a prong collar on the dog in the crate. Because it can get hung up. It sits up high in the neck. The dog scratches its neck on the side of the crate. It can get hung up, and that's a really bad day. It's a really bad day.
Okay. Good? Okay. Page...
Nope, I didn't say next.
You don't need to say next.
Next.
Paige Sanner? I have a blue heeler that just turned 3. We have 3 other dogs, French Bulldogs and Pugs. My heeler will play with them 1 minute and get really mean to them the next. I take her to horse shows with me, and she usually does well with other dogs, but I want to be able to trust her more. She went everywhere with me since she was a puppy, so I don't know why she can be so mean to other dogs.
So, Paige, you're new. Thank you so much for your question. Happy to help you. I find that healers are like historically like horse people like to have healers. I don't know. I just find like that's like a good combo.
I like healers.
Yeah,
they're so pretty.
They are, and they're pretty, and they're pretty manipulating.
Yeah.
You know. So here's the thing: healers like to be in control. So that's probably what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a dog who goes like, "Hey, I like to play, but I also like to be in control." So what you have to do is you have to tell the dog, "I'm in control." Always. 100% of the time, day or night, me. Right here. Me, dog. So you have to get the dog under voice control. So that's a goal right there. How do you, so you have French Bulldogs and Pugs? Okay. So when your dog is getting rough with the French Bulldogs and the Pugs, if you don't have an e-collar, I want you to tell the dog, no, and then bonk the dog. So if the French Bulldogs and the Pugs aren't going to create like this like natural balance with dogs, like they're not going to tell the dog off, but they're just going to like constantly run away from him and jump up on the couch and like those things, then you as the owner need to step in and go, nonsense. Knock it off. Leave these dogs alone. That's ridiculous. And you need to create that balance. So we have videos on our YouTube channel on how to make bonkers, what bonkers are, how to deploy bonkers, but I would say no, calm, matter of fact, no, and then bonk the dog for getting to like aggressive with these other dogs. So thank you for your question. If there's anything we can do for you in the future, we'd love to help you. Next.
Tyler Oliver.
Why does that name sound so familiar?
Because I'm
Tyler
right in
Oliver.
before or no?
Maybe.
It's a different Tyler.
That name sounds really familiar.
Oh boy.
Because I think it's his first question though. I don't, maybe he had a question before. Anyway, hey Tyler, we're going to help you. I don't know what your question is, but I'm going to try to help you.
You can write in and tell us how we know you. It's good.
Yeah.
My girlfriend.
We're going to write in and be like, we grew up together.
I was your best friend for 5 years. How do you not remember me?
Right? Absent-minded.
If only people knew how close to the truth that really was.
Am I not the most absent-minded person, though?
I love you.
I mean, it has nothing to do with,
You're
love. It's just
you're an amazing person.
absently minded, amazing person.
My girlfriend and I are interested in getting our dog Steel a companion this summer. Steel is a very energetic 1-year-old husky mix. We thought about getting another husky, but Steel's strong will is tasking enough at times.
Yeah.
We're looking to choose a breed that wasn't as headstrong. Any tips or resources for selecting a companion that not only complements our personalities, but Steel's as well? Additionally, we will most likely rescue a younger dog, 1 year or less, from a shelter.
Is that it? Because I was going to start, and then we were like,
I was pausing for emphasis. I was letting it sink in. That's how you read appropriately.
It's sunk in. Okay, so me? Cue me? Okay.
No, wait.
Go away.
Cue you.
Okay, so here's my go away. Get out of here.
So,
You have been so mean to me all day.
that's a lie, everyone. I cooked lunch. Gets me points.
That I bought
I still cooked it.
and paid you.
I still cooked it.
Why you cooked
I still cooked it.
Like,
It was delicious.
oh my gosh, if you all knew the truth. Anyway.
About how absent-minded you are?
Go ahead. That, but here's the thing, Tyler. If you are experiencing any stress or struggle with your current dog, don't get a new dog. Not yet. Not yet. Take some time, dive into the stress and struggling that you're dealing with your current dog. Eliminate that. Get that dog manageable. Get that dog enjoyable. And that doesn't take a lot of time. That's not me saying hey, don't get a dog in the next 5 years. That's not what I'm saying. You can literally turn your dog around in 5 or 6 weeks. Turn them around. We do it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
We do it in less time than that. But 5 or 6 weeks, you can have a totally different dog if you commit to it and you put the work in. So fix the stress and the struggles that you're dealing with your current dog, with Steel. Okay? Then decide.
Yeah, because that might change your opinion.
Right.
You might think, we really love this breed, and this breed does fit well.
Right.
It complements our personalities, and we might want that.
Right. And figure out what it is that you want or need from your dog. Mm-hmm. We all have different things. So I have a Malinois, which is the most energetic, driven breed of dog there is. I mean, these dogs are insane. And he fulfills things for me, that my Golden Retriever doesn't fill. Mm-hmm. My Golden Retriever fulfills things that my Malinois doesn't fulfill. So you have to decide what's important to you. I can't give you a breed that I'm like, hey, get this dog. It's no, it's you got to figure out what's important to you. That might be another a husky type of dog. Or you might be like, yeah, I'm going to go lazier, right? So my Golden's super lazy, right. My Malinois is ready to fly all the time. And they fulfill different things for me. But the bottom line is I manage everything that they do with each other in their interactions. So that's the important part. Next.
I liked that answer.
Yeah?
It was a good answer.
Thanks.
I guess.
Wow. That's the nicest thing you've said to me all day.
That's untrue. Okay, Sarah Miller.
Hey, Sarah.
Your phone.
That's silly. She's always listening. They're always listening. Somebody is.
Big Brother's always watching.
Yeah. All right. Hey, Sarah.
So, first of all, thank you for all your help. I know my family, as well as countless others, enjoy their dog more because of your willingness to share your knowledge and expertise.
Aw. Wow. Hey, thank you for consuming. Thank you for putting the work in. We love helping people.
Mm-hmm. For sure. So keep in mind, this is going to be a longer one because I'm also going to go down and read Sammy's question as well because hers ties into
Whatever.
this.
I'm not controlling. You do your thing. You just let me know when I can answer. Go ahead. Do your thing.
What do I say when you can answer?
Guys, I didn't say this at the beginning.
Answer!
Okay. Well, we've been friends for going up on 16 years, okay? So she works for me. There's this long history of, like...
Does that need to be said?
I feel like it does sometimes. I feel like sometimes you're like, man, like, what's the dynamic there?
Somebody called me kind one time.
Somebody one time called you kind.
I meant what I meant.
I'm happy for you. I'm really happy for you. So,
what I meant.
Somebody one time.
What I meant was somebody who watches the Q&As called me kind.
They must have saw one where you were feeling extra, like, polite.
That's never happened. Okay. So, stop.
Go ahead.
Because of what we've learned, our 14-month-old golden doodle Stella no longer rushes across the threshold of the door or crate, but waits for the command.
Yeah.
However, once the command to break is given, she goes at breakneck speed. Because she's
say
trying...
that one more time? You just mumbled a little bit there.
I did not.
She goes at
breakneck speed.
Breakneck speed.
What does it sound like I'm saying?
Breakneck speed.
Breakneck speed.
Okay. Alright. So fast. Right? She's coming out fast. Coming in hot.
That's what breakneck speed means, yes.
Never heard it before. This is
That's why you didn't understand it, because you've never heard it before.
Right. Okay.
What, this is the second time I've said something that you've never heard of before?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I said sans earlier.
No one knows what that means.
Yes, they do.
No one
Yes, they
knows
do.
what that means.
Yes, they do. What did I even say it to? Like something sans the, I don't know. Be like if I was talking about, I don't even know how to, like making a meal, sans pepper that was supposed to be in there. Sans the pepper. And
Never
it's not
heard
really
of that.
the right way to
Never
use
heard
it.
of that.
But
If you've heard of that
like,
expression,
sans.
like
What? What? If they've heard of it, what?
then let me know. But I bet you people are going to be like, never heard that expression.
That is not true. People know what that means. Sans means like without something.
I've never heard that. Let me know. If you've heard it, I'll give her the credit. But if you're with me, let me know. Anyway.
You don't believe me?
I believe you, but sometimes I'm like...
Why would I know that and like a million other people wouldn't?
Why would you know that?
Yeah, like do I know like random things all the time?
Why would I not know that? And a million other people would.
Well, let's talk about that for a second because...
We're getting off topic.
Okay.
No, go ahead.
Oh, because you're not like... English might not be your strong suit. Like, this is like words and stuff.
Words and stuff are not your strong suit. It's true, I did say earlier, it's amazing how far I've been able to get in life.
I don't mean that insultingly. I just mean that, okay. So anyway...
We went in the ditch, we're coming back on the road. Okay, so... Sarah's dog waits for the command break, but then comes in hot.
Yes,
rushes
because
out.
she's trying to at breakneck speed. So because she's trying to run so fast on her hard floor, she slips and slides like a baby giraffe trying to walk or run for the first time, running into things and practically taking out the kids with excitement if they're in her path. Please help. What am I doing wrong? How can I encourage her to calmly walk? This kind of sounds like Roman.
A Malinois?
And Sammy.
Okay.
Sammy, I'm sorry. I
Slatzer.
always forget how to say your last name.
Slatzer.
Okay, that's what I thought. She said her question is similar. Misty does the same thing once the break command is given inside. She's been working with her on door manners, making her lay down and waiting till I give the break command to go outside. We have 2 doors to go outside, one to our back porch and one to go outside, and she does good going outside, but when we break out the first door, she pulls me to the next like a psycho. I'm just taking her out to potty, so sometimes she just has a flat collar on rather than her prong collar, so sometimes she has her e-collar. So basically, should I correct her on the e-collar or put her on a prong every time?
Yeah, I mean, Sammy, that dog should wake up in the morning with an e-collar.
Which I think she's saying she does, but she doesn't have the prong collar on her to go out potty. So she's saying, should she correct her on the e-collar, or does she need to take her out potty on the prong collar? Which, no, you don't need to take her out potty on the prong collar. Yes, you can correct her for that on the e-collar is what I think we're getting at. Do you understand?
Yeah, I understand. I'm just confused because the last time I saw the dog, I thought the dog was off-leash trained. But, you know, I also see a lot of dogs, so maybe I'm forgetting.
Did you go through all 5 lessons with Missy?
Yeah.
So that could be another thing. Like, why is Sammy taking her out even on a leash if she's off leash trained? Like, once our board and trained dogs get to the point where they're off leash, we don't take them potty on leash ever.
No.
But maybe that's something that wasn't communicated.
Days may go by. Like literally 4 days may go by and I might not put a leash on a board and trained dog.
But perhaps that's something that wasn't communicated. Like,
yeah, I mean, we can't teach
she's, for some reason, maybe she's thinking, oh, I need to take her potty on a leash.
Yeah, or maybe you're just apprehensive or just whatever. Yeah. Like, I mean, we can't teach you everything we know in 5 weeks, so maybe something wasn't communicated. But anyway, I wouldn't take the dog off. I correct the dog on the e-collar. Bottom line, dog wakes up in the morning before it even goes out, the first potty of the day, correct the dog on the e-collar. Prong collar or not. Bottom line. Going back to Sarah's question, which coincides with Sammy's then, but is don't say break in the house maybe. Give the dog another command. Okay? So, dog's in the crate. You ask the dog to come out of the crate. Instead of saying break to come out of the crate, say come. Come, sit, bring the dog into another command. Same with Sammy. Don't say break, say heel. You know what I'm saying? They don't I know you know what I'm saying, but I'm glad you're giving me that,
No, because I was actually thinking about what I do with Lincoln.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to, because he'll do the same thing. Lincoln wants to, because especially when he sees, that Wyatt is out or something, he wants to immediately run and play with him. So what I've been doing is saying, instead of break, I'm saying Lincoln come, and I heel him to the door.
Yeah.
It's just the way that it works.
Right, you're just leading them into another command, because they have a tendency when they hear break to they're like, hey, I'm on my own.
Because you can...
Hey, it's playtime. Boom!
Break means be a dog and go do what you want to do.
Yeah, so just lead them into another command. Don't say break. Don't say break. Because both of you have young dogs, and Sammy's dog isn't, young, as far as, Sarah's dog is young. Sarah's dog is, 8 months old. But Sammy's dog is an adult.
She's 14 months.
14 months old. Okay. But they're both young in training. They're young in training.
Yes.
So just lead them into another command. Okay.
Yeah.
Next.
Angie commented on Sarah Miller, this is good. Our Maya is the same, still waits for command, but runs like crazy once given break command. Good question. P.S. We love Milligan Valley too.
Oh, hey, Angie. You know who Angie is. Maya, that GST, the one reactive GST I did towards the end of summer.
Absolutely. I remember Maya.
Yeah, it's her owner. So good to hear from you, Angie. Same thing. Just lead her into another command. So instead of telling her to break out of her kennel, say come, make her sit, put on her collar, or come out of the kennel, make her sit, heel her into the living room. Like, just keep them in a command.
I think because they really do view, like, they know break means go be a dog, go do this, go do that. So, like, they know that they can sniff around, and break means, like, so to them it's like, hey, we can have fun and be crazy. So, yeah, sometimes you just need to lead them into another command, and that helps a lot. Okay. Kelly Wosner.
It's literally like every time this poor woman puts in a question. Wasner.
We need help with leash walking. I just touched a hot dog, by the way. He either pulls
This
us...
is what I want to know. Wait a second. Break. Big debate earlier. I seriously, like, put this in the comments.
Hot dogs.
Do you eat hot dogs?
Yes, people eat hot dogs. It's a normal thing. Like, normally people eat hot dogs. I'm going to say, like, over 50% of people out there eat hot dogs. And that's... Amanda said 90%, but I'm saying over 50%, like over half. So the majority of people eat hot dogs.
There's no way.
There's absolutely...
This is, like, there's no way.
Who doesn't go to, like, a baseball game and get a hot dog?
Me! I get nachos. Nachos and beer.
I get nachos, beer, and a hot dog. I mean, I don't know.
I know. Okay, listen, if you're watching at this point, just, like, throw it in the comments. Like, do you eat hot dogs or not? Because I'm telling you,
do.
Not as many people as you think eat hot dogs. There's no way.
We're also going to do an Instagram poll on it and see how many people eat hot dogs. So that's going to happen.
Anyway, carry on. Kelly, how can I help you?
With leash walking. He either pulls us or wants to chew on the leash.
Kelly,
get a prong collar.
Yeah. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Put the dog on a prong collar. That's what all the cool kids are saying.
Is it?
That and full ham and cheese.
I don't know what that means.
I know.
Oh my gosh, I don't know.
I know. So the other day, so Jaden, he's not quite. He's like
good grief.
I
so
know.
This is like kids. Kids are saying
he's not quite 14. And he said the other day, he's like, wow, Aunt Duck, you're going full ham and cheese. I'm like, what?
Does that mean like all out? You're all out? Like they can't say all out.
I'm like,
full ham and cheese.
What does that mean? Full ham and cheese? He's like, you know, like you're going all in. Like, I know. So, anyway.
Why did you say that? What happened? How did we get there? From
I have no idea.
He either pulls us or wants to chew on the leash.
I don't know why we went there.
Okay.
Anyway, here's the thing. Prong collar.
Okay.
That's it. Put your dog in a prong collar. We have videos on how to introduce them to a prong collar, how to use it. Prong collars, I know, guys. I know they look barbaric. I get it. Okay? But without me going on literally an hour conversation on this, dogs work on pressures. Go away. Pressures, right? So where they learn on the prong collar is the release. So because the prong collar contracts and then it releases, contracts and releases, when you pop the dog for pulling, so you give them a little pop, and then the release, that's where the learning happens. Okay, because as soon as the dog feels pressure or tension, they're always going to pull against that. Okay, so this is not like an ego thing. This isn't like I know the best about everything. It's not what this is about. But I've trained over 1,000 dogs, guys. Do not use a harness. It will not work. Harnesses tell dogs to pull. Any other tool out there does not work as well as a prong collar. And it's not because prong collars cause pain. I know they look barbaric, but they don't cause pain, right? It's the pressure and release. The pressure and release. That's why they work. Go to our YouTube channel, check it out, get a prong collar. Dog bites on the leash. I want you to take the end of the leash. I want you to say no and bonk them on the top of the head with the end of the leash. You can put a bonker up underneath your arm. No. And bonk the dog. We're right under there. Bonk, no, and throw the bonker on the dog for biting the leash.
Yeah.
Next.
Okie dokie. Sierra Lepar?
Hey, how are ya? I trained her dog like 2 years ago.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Hi, Milligan Valley. My question is, what do you do when the other dog charges you while you are in a walk or in public? My dog Tuck does very well heeling on and off leash. We were walking in my neighborhood and another dog left his yard and charged us with hackles raised. I wasn't sure how to react, so we turned our back and started walking the other way. I told the other dog no, and we kept walking towards home. Thankfully, nothing escalated beyond that, but for future reference, I would like to know what to do and instruct my dog to do for everyone's safety.
So here's the thing, Sierra. Number one, good to hear from you. Thank you for all the referrals. She works for a vet in Louisville. Thank you for all the referrals that you send to me. I appreciate that. Here's the thing. Tuck is really well trained, so we don't have to worry about him. But that's not the entire equation, as you're talking about. You're walking your dog, and another dog charges you off leash. What do? Sierra, you know that I love dogs. I do. But I don't love any dog as much as I love my own dog. And when it comes to client dogs, it's my job to protect them and to advocate for them. I think if the public knew the amount of dogs that we rehab and that our colleagues rehab from being attacked on leash, I think their viewpoint would be very different.
Mm-hmm.
It's incredible, guys.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Because I think people, they always think we're, strict or stuff like that, and we're, the majority of problems that I don't know.
Yeah.
I think
it's incredible, guys. We do full anxiety and aggression rehabs on dogs who will never be the same after they've been attacked on leash. So that being said, here's what I want you to do. If you're ever approached by a dog rushing you or charging you and your dog off leash, do whatever you can to advocate for your own dog. And I love dogs, so I'm sorry that this is going to come across harsh. Use your feet, kick the dog, pick up a stick, hit the dog, whatever you can do to keep your dog safe. Because I'm telling you guys, it's incredible. And even after we rehab these dogs, they're rehabbed, but they're damaged. They'll never be the same. Protect your dog, advocate for your dog. So I want you to pick up a stick, I want you to use your feet, I want you to do whatever you can to keep that dog away from your dog. So.
And because at the end of her thing, she said, for future reference, I would like to know what to do and what to instruct my dog, Tuck to do.
Yeah, so thankfully Tuck is under full voice control. You can put him in a downstay.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he'll stay at your heel. I mean, he's really good. He's really well trained. You can get him in the command that you need him in at the moment. Yeah, pick up a stick, and then if nothing else, use your feet. Use your feet and kick the dog out of the way.
Yep.
Next.
Ready?
Yeah.
Marion A. Pep. Marianne. Not training, but dog related. What do you use for sanitizing food and water bowls, especially when you feed raw? She does. Mm-hmm. And the crate mat, which is a large surface making contact to the dog. Yeah. I haven't had any that sensitive dogs, but I hear that commercial cleaning products can cause irritation, allergic reaction.
Yeah. Yep.
Any tips?
Yeah. So, I feed my dog raw outside. So there's no way. Listen, guys, I'm a germaphobe when it comes to that kind of stuff. I just laugh because we just had a situation earlier.
I wasn't going to touch anything. I literally was not going to touch anything.
I know.
It's your controlling nature. It comes out.
It is.
But yeah,
the steak was coming too close to the butter.
It wasn't even it was not close. The steak was not coming close.
For my liking, it was.
It wasn't close. It wasn't even going to... I'm a germaphobe too. When it comes to stuff like that.
And
I was not going to...
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Not a germaphobe. Anything else?
No.
But when it comes to like that,
yeah. Contamination, yeah. Okay.
It's contaminated.
Yeah. So my dog eats his raw outside, whether it's 5 degrees or whether it's 90, it doesn't matter. I put the raw out in he has a bowl outside, and that's where he eats his raw. He's a dog, right? So I don't really care about the temperature outside. I throw the raw out, he eats it, and that's it. We do not feed raw in our home. I know other people do, but we do not. When it comes to cleaning our training room, because I think Marianne, yeah, she's a trainer. So when it comes to our training room, so we have a staff member right now cleaning our training room. That gets mopped once a week with bleach. Our crates get cleaned out once a week, like with bleach, and then it fully dries. We're very particular about cleaning our dog's crates and bowls and stuff out with like commercial cleaners, as you said. So we use vinegar.
Or occasionally we'll use alcohol, because alcohol dries quickly, so it's easier.
Boom. It's like the same person. Yeah. Yeah. So that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
It's like you knew it.
Yeah. It's like I might have done this a time or two.
Yeah. Yeah. So alcohol is safe and it evaporates.
Mm-hmm.
It evaporates. So bowls, that sort of thing, we use vinegar and alcohol. Once a week, we'll clean the crates down with bleach and water.
Or bowls we'll use like soap and water too sometimes.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I mean, if they're not like...
Right.
Yeah.
But if we're going to transfer them to a new dog,
Yes.
then we clean them like with an alcohol or something like that. And then the raw gets fed outside, so we're not even worried about that.
Okay.
All right, next.
Last question. Jessica Rose Miller.
Hey, Jessica.
Hi. My dogs have a mediocre recall when it comes to anywhere but my house or my yard, so I've been taking them down to the park to practice with distractions.
Good.
And I follow the exact same rules I follow at home with low level and treat when they come, but they just don't seem to care when we're there.
Yeah.
They come, but very slowly, and sometimes stop and sniff along the way, or don't make a straight line to me. I want them to have amazing recalls no matter what. Should I turn up the collar? Any other advice? I think I know the answer to this question.
Answer it.
Okay, well, I don't, okay.
Danny,
well,
you have the answer, just
Okay, well, you have the answer.
You're like, I think, and then I'm like, well, take it, and you're like, well, maybe
okay,
not. Like, just
so your dogs have recall when they're at your house or in your yard, so they should have recall everywhere else. So I think if I'm understanding correctly, the dogs already know what it means to come, so they should be corrected for non-compliance if they're out, even if they're with distraction, right? Like, I really feel like that's what should be happening. So, not right. Like, seriously though, if your dogs know, if your dogs are coming every time you call them, when you're at home or when you're in your yard, that means they should come when you call them, when you're at the park, so they shouldn't be stopping to sniff. That would be when you correct for non-compliance.
what she said. Here's the thing, guys. We have board and trained dogs for 3 weeks. Okay? Week 1, full low level. Week 2, so we call that CS, continuous stim, low level. Week 2, NCS, non-continuous stim, low level, but we only stim on the low level for non-compliance, not a punisher. Week 3, everything is punisher. Okay?
Thank you. I really enjoy
today.
I really enjoy your arm in my face.
Okay, week 3, everything is punisher. None of our board and trains go home on low level. Sounds like to me, Jessica, we love you. You're like killing it over there with those dogs. Sounds like to me you're nagging them. They know it. They know how to come when they're called. Give them a correction. Tell them, hey, we've been through this. Let's go. That's it. High level. And then when I say high level, I don't mean act of God. I mean like a punisher level. Like, let's go. Come on. You're told how to come, and you're called. And now I have to hold you accountable to that. Let's go.
Because each new place is not like, you're not starting over in the new place. They know the command. So just because there's a distraction, that doesn't matter.
Yep.
They know the command.
At this point, I don't know you, I've never met you, I've never met your dogs. So, I mean, I know you're killing it over there because we've been going back and forth virtually for months. So I know at this point, your dogs know it.
Mm-hmm.
Give them a correction and say, let's go. Come on. So that's it.
All right.
All right. Perfect. Hey guys, thank you so much. We love helping you. We look forward to helping you next week. If you're not already, go on and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We give out lots of tutorial videos. Show you how to do this stuff step by step. Put a lot of stuff up on Facebook. We put even more stuff up on Instagram. And then on Instagram stories, we put training stuff up. We put personal stuff up. If you're not following us on Instagram, when this video stops, head over to Instagram, Milligan Valley Canine Academy. Follow us on Instagram. We try to give out as much information, everything we know for free, as much as we can. So take advantage of that. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, follow all those things so we can help you as much as possible. And we will see you next week.